Hello, this is the testing of Adafruit fingerprint sensor and using it for enrolling finger and operation. So first we will be enrolling finger. So let's check the code. So since I'm using Arduino Mega, I can have up to 3 serial ports, meaning I can have up to 4 serial ports, meaning I can use 4 different type of serial devices. So fingerprint is a serial device, therefore it uses serial communication, and it has 4 connections. The blue and the red wire is the 5 volts or the VCC. It has blue and red wire, so it is connected to 5 volts of Arduino Mega. The black wire of the fingerprint is connected to the ground of Arduino Mega. It's also the ground of the fingerprint. So the green wire of the Adafruit fingerprint is known as the TX pin or the transmitter wire. So the transmitter pin of this module must be connected to the receiver of Arduino Mega. You can see that I place it to RX3. It's one of the receivers. You can see that Arduino Mega has TX0 RX0, TX1 RX1, we have TX2 RX2, and TX3 RX3. So therefore it has many transmit and receive ports, unlike other Arduinos. So the receiver wire of this Adafruit fingerprint is a white wire, which I connect to the transmitter of this Arduino. So remember that the transmitter of this wire must be connected to the receiver of this one, and the transmitter of this Arduino must be connected to the receiver of this module. That means it's like communicating with it's a UART communication, or you cannot connect transmitter to transmitter, because essentially when they communicate, they are both transmitting, so no one is receiving a signal, or if it's a communication, both of them are talking, so no one is listening. So we connect it in RX to TX and TX to RX. Let's power up the Arduino, and then first I will upload this enroll code. Remember, I will place here Adafruit fingerprint serial 3 because I used TX3 and RX3. So if you use TX1 and RX1, you must place their serial 1. If TX2 and RX2, that must be serial 2. So I will upload this enroll code. It's uploading. Okay, and let's check. So Adafruit found fingerprint sensor, ready to enroll a fingerprint. Please type in the ID number you want to save this finger as. So let's say I will save the first finger as number 2. Okay, so place number 2 and then enter. So waiting for valid finger to enroll as number 2. So I will use this finger for the number 2. Just move it here. Okay. Okay. Image taken, image converted, remove finger, and then place the same finger again. Remember to place the finger in a manner that it must be all covered for good recognition. Okay. You can see that image converted, creating model for number 2, prints match, and stored. So it's already stored in this fingerprint sensor. So let's say I will enroll another finger, this small one, as number 3. I will use number 3. Okay, I will enroll this finger. Okay, again it will need to be tapped twice. Okay, so you can see that it's stored. So you have enrolled two different fingers on this fingerprint sensor. So for the operation, I have this code here known as fingerprint. So what I did is quite a simple modification of the code. On the loop, you can just see that it uses get fingerprint ID easy void function, and then it reads the fingerprint every 50 milliseconds. So what I did is just, if You can see here the get fingerprint ID easy. If it's found, okay, it has three checking. First, it will check if the fingerprint is okay. So if the fingerprint is not okay, that's not line there, or the fingerprint is quite not clear, it will return -1, or it will say that it's not a valid entry. And then the second testing is the image to TZ. If the image is quite blurry, it will still return 0, or it will say that it's an invalid finger. And then the last one is finger fast search. It will search on the enrolled database on the fingerprint sensor. So if it's not enrolled, or the fingerprint is not enrolled, it means this symbol here means not equal, or it's not okay. So it will still return invalid finger. But if all of these three tests are being passed, it will print serial.print found ID, or the ID is given, and the ID number which you enrolled your finger is given as this variable finger.finger ID, and the confidence level is how close it is when you enrolled it, the similarity of the fingers. So what I did is, if the finger is equal to finger number 2, I will turn on pin 13, or the pin 13 is connected to this LED. You can see that LED lighting. So I will turn on that LED for 5 seconds. Okay, you can see the code. Okay, it's very, so you can see the code, digital write 13 high, and then delay 5000, that's 5 seconds. And then if the finger is equal to finger ID equals to 3, I will turn the LED for 10 seconds. Else, if it's not enrolled, it will ignore, because of the third line. You can check the third line of checking, finger.finger fast search will return invalid finger. So I will upload this code. Okay, so this is somewhat like the operation, the operation of, shall we say, the device. Okay, so I will use serial 3. Okay, let's check. Okay, so you can see it just lighting every 50 milliseconds, because that's the delay of reading. So first I will try to input this unregistered finger, my middle finger. You can see it does nothing. It does not light the LED number, the LED on the pin 13. But when I use this finger as registered to the number 2, in my code it says I will turn the light on for 5 seconds. So let's wait. That light. Okay, that's for 5 seconds. And then if it's finger number 3, this one, okay, I will turn the light on for 10 seconds. Okay, it's not clear. Okay, so let's wait for, so it will be turned on for 10 seconds. So remember, in the testing we have the second testing for the image. If the image is blurry, if you place the finger this way, it does not detect it. So, or the finger is blurry, you place it this way, or just this line, okay, it does not detect it. You must place the finger on the way how you enrolled it. But for other fingers that are not enrolled, let's say this ring finger, okay, nothing happens. Okay, for the number 2, you can see it's turned on for 5 seconds. Then lastly, for number 3, it's for 10 seconds. Okay. So for the actual operation, you can place a finger of a person for giving on the enroll, giving its number, and then on the operation you can just edit this code on the part of get finger ID easy. It has 3 testing, and then you can place your if else command here on this void function. So thank you for listening.